Hi you all, so I'm going to be doing my story on how and why it is that I'm currently here at UT. So just a little bit of background. I've known that I wanted to come to the school ever since I was like in 6th or 7th grade, right after the national championship. Woo-hoo. Um, but leading up to senior year, I guess one of the biggest things that I started to become more aware of would be an issue was the fact that I don't really come from a financial background. Pretty much my entire upbringing has been a bit of a hassle. Um, my aunt and uncle were the ones who would really like provide for me and like buy my school supplies and clothes and other things like that. But once it actually hit senior year, started paying more attention to like scholarships, and then there's one in particular that my dual enrollment teacher for English brought up was a scholarship that would pay for any school that you wanted to go to in the nation, and it would pay your master's and your PhD too. So that was one thing that obviously was really appealing, and our essays had to be turned in for a grade either way, so that was an extra incentive for us to get the essays in. A little bit of a side note, during the time that the essays were due in class, I had been writing them on a typewriter, so like any corrections that I had to make, I had to rewrite the entire paper all over again. Thank God for computers. But yeah, then like Christmas break passed, and the last thing that like my teacher had left me with was, you need to get those essays in. You need to turn in your application. Like, you have a really good chance, and I really believe in you. And so that was something that I was like, okay, I guess. And then we were going through an eviction process during Christmas, so we were going through the process of finding a new home and like actually trying to get situated. One of the things that happened was that I also got a notebook from my aunt for Christmas, meaning that I had the chance to like write all my essays and other schoolwork too, but like write all my essays down just like she had asked me, and hopefully get my application in. And I remember there was this one instance where my mom just yelled at me, was like, you need to get off of your computer, like you're not doing anything, like ya déjalo ahí, just leave it there. And and I don't really like confrontation, I don't like conflict at all, but I was like, Mom, like, you don't understand, like, I know you want me to go to school, but you don't even know where I'm going, like, you can't pay for anything, like, I can't pay for anything, like, I'm doing this for myself. And somehow, some way, I got the application in on time at the library, because we didn't have internet, but I got the application in on time. Come to find out that like a couple of months later, I get an email saying you have been one of 1,000 students selected to receive the Gates Millennium Scholarship Program scholarship. 1 in 1,000. So meaning I could forget about anything. I was going to go to UT. It didn't matter what other school had offered me money. I was going to go to UT. I wasn't going to stay home like my mom said. I was going to go to UT like I wanted to do. Meaning I just had to stick up for myself and do what I thought was right.